Hey guys, it's Digi again. So today we're going to be talking about my sixth grade year. So fifth grade we kind of wrapped up in the overview video, but today we're talking about sixth grade. So if you didn't see the other video, I'll give you a brief recap. So in fifth grade, at the later end of the year, I got pushed into online school because of COVID. Um, and that was in March of 2020. And uh, we just did some like Google Slides and whatever of lessons for the year, right? It was kind of sad that I didn't miss graduation because all the kids would make like archways for like the fifth graders to walk under as they'd graduated to middle school, and I always wanted to do that, but we weren't able to. But anyway, so the sad part is I kind of stopped talking to my best friend Jake, which is kind of sad. But I moved into sixth grade, which I really had no problems with that year, right? Um, like I didn't have like looking back on it, I was awkward as frick, right? But it was I went to the insert town here temporary online school, which that was it wasn't very well run, but it was there, right? And the, they had so it wasn't like a homeschool. It was like there were teachers and like they were all on like Zoom calls and like you could reach out to them for office hours about all the lessons. You know, the reason I'm explaining this is because when I say I'm online, people are like, "Oh, you're homeschooled." And I'm like, "No, I'm online schooled. There is a difference. I actually have teachers. There's other kids in my class. It's not just like me and my mom and my brother or whatever, you know." But this was run by the school district, and algebra, science, and social studies were okay. I kind of just got by with them. It was new and unique having different classes for things because in elementary school you only had the one class plus what we called our specials, which are like art, PE, music, whatever. But in it was a new concept to me anyway, having the different classes. One thing that stuck out to me was I think Mrs. King was it. She was really nice. She was my algebra teacher. She was really nice. And no, I think she was my social studies teacher actually. Maybe both. Maybe they were short staffed. I don't know. But she was a teacher there, and she was really nice. She would always like compliment me, and like I think I might have been one of her favorite students because I was one of the only ones who was actually willing to learn and not cheating on the online assessments, which was that was pretty fun. But for English, I was in ELP in fifth grade, right, which was um extended learning program, I think maybe I don't know, but I was in ELP, and that qualified me to be in an honors class for sixth grade. I didn't really meet the criteria for social studies and science that much, or maybe I just didn't want to. I don't know, but uh, I was in the honors sixth grade English class, and the teacher was Miss Owens, and I believe there were six other kids in the class. I'm only going to change names if the names are specific. So there was Sophia, Sky, Rowan, a girl who I don't want to make up a name for. Who she was really nice. Um, and I think there might have been another guy there, but it was mainly all girls. And the year started off like the first semester was just English class, right? We'd have to read a story or something over like 2 weeks and then go back in. One that stuck out to me, I don't remember what it was called, but it was about a bunch of kids in an extended or just a different English class than the rest of the kids, and there were like 10 kids in there, and one of them, I don't know why, but really remember this one kid named Esteban who was depressed about something with his dad. Not quite sure what though, but we had to do like reports on that, whatever. But in the second semester we had to do NHD, where we had to do a website on, I don't know what the topic was that year, but we had to do a website, and I picked how Alan Turing helped crack the Enigma machine, which was pretty cool. Although I guess I didn't really understand the concept, which it was probably not my fault. Like, I didn't realize we're making a paper on that, if that makes any sense. I thought we were just making a paper about that, and we could kind of just loosely. No, there was strict guidelines. Miss Owens was kind of mean, to be honest. Like she like kind of strict. Like she was nice when she wanted to be, but then she was kind of strict, which I there were many tearful nights with my mom where we would work on my NHD thing. I didn't get past state, by the way. I like in the regionals, I was better than like I barely passed, and in state, I just got demolished. I think it was a competition, or I don't know. But yeah, that wasn't very fun. But instead, the cool thing about that sixth grade year was instead of a birthday present, since my mom knew that we were going to be staying in online school for at least the rest of the year, right, and being in our rooms quite a bit, she like kind of redid our rooms. Cause so my room right now, you guys can't see this, but it is green, like it's white with like green. It's like green like the first like 3 quarters up, and then it's white. But the division, it looks like mountain peaks because I was super into hiking back then. Like not actually hiking, but like the idea of hiking because I was 12, whatever, 11 in sixth grade. So I had those mountain peaks, but before it was peanut butter brown, and I had one bed that we took from a different room. It used to be my parents' bed back in like the 90s. It was in here, right? But in that year, my mom painted everything. She made sure all the outlet covers weren't a like a leopard colored cream. And right now I'm recording from my loft bed, like underneath there, which my mom got. So that was her present to me, which was really nice. Thank you, Mom. If you ever find this channel, thank you, Mom. But so that was really fun. The only thing was I don't think I could probably count on my fingers on one hand the amount of times I interacted with another kid my age in that year, like in person. I mean, because sure I interacted with the girls, and I think whatever dude was in there with us. I interacted with them on Zoom and all the other kids in the Zoom call, right? Whatever. So yeah, and I didn't really talk with Jake because he was in. I'm not sure if he was still in full school because he's an anti-vaxxer. We'll get into that later in a different video. But he was an anti-vaxxer, so he didn't really care. So he was in either hybrid or just plain normal school for sixth grade, and then he was in normal school. He still is like just the entire time, right? And he said he hated online school, but I personally liked it because I was able to go at my own pace. Because before in elementary school, I was reading all the time because they'd be like, "Oh, all right, so you know, fill out this worksheet of your 9 times tables, right?" And all the other kids be doing their thing, but I'd be done, right? Let's say that if she gave like 15 minutes to work on or 30 minutes, sorry, to work on the thing, and I'd be done in less than 15 minutes. And then the teacher would be like, "Okay, well, read." And the 30 minutes would turn to 45 minutes because friggin' Isaiah would start throwing chairs in the back of the class. But yeah, so so the online school really changed that. Because in online school I was done with school by what, like probably one, every day, one. Like besides the first couple weeks where I was still getting used to it, like every day I was done at 1. It was crazy. Like I said, I still am, because there's nothing to hold me back. If I'm done with something, I can move on to the next thing. So that's really nice about online school, is that you can like just go at your own pace. Like if I wanted, if I was like having a bad day or something, I could take my time, take breaks, take whatever, and just work until like 3, right? Like normal. But yeah, and it was even easier when because I was a lot. I feel like I was a lot more disciplined back then. Yeah. So sixth grade overall was a pretty decent year, apart from the lack of social interaction. I still had short hair. If you didn't know, I have pretty long hair. It's curly. I didn't know it was curly back then because my hair was so short that it looked straight. But my hair is so curly that it looks normal, but if you pull it down, it's like down to my shoulders, which is pretty crazy. But it was honestly a solid year. Like 2020 wasn't as bad as pretty much everybody said it was. I caught, although I caught it at the end of the sixth grade year. I took a couple days off of school because not a couple days off of school. I think it was the weekend, but it was January, and mom and dad were like really upset about something on the news. They were in their room on the TV. Uh, Apparently, some dudes broke into the Capitol building and tried to. Oh shoot, that was the January 6th thing. Oh shoot. Yeah, so some dudes tried to break into the Capitol building, and they like they broke into the Capitol building, and some of the senators were almost harmed, I think. So yeah, I think that was the January 6th thing. But I remember they got real worked up on about that toward like right at the start of the semester. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I was on winter break. But yeah. Also, I've noticed that as I've gotten older, all my friends like have gotten increasingly male. Because in elementary school, I hung out with just whoever because I was in elementary school, right? Whatever. My best friends were Jake, a girl named Sydney, and a girl named Lexi who moved away in fourth grade. I was also close friends with a bunch of the guys, a bunch of the girls, right? I didn't really dislike anybody besides 4 kids. There was Nick, one girl that I don't want to say the name of because it's kind of specific, Riley, or not Riley, sorry, Isaiah. I don't know where Riley came from. But those 3 were like the troublemakers of the class, like always throwing things, or always like, they had to be taken into a special room to like learn stuff, right, whatever. And then there was this kid named Nicholas who I just didn't like. I don't know why. Like there's Nick and there's Nicholas who I just didn't like. I don't know why. I just didn't like him. He didn't do anything wrong. I just didn't like him. And then in 5th grade, a new kid went to the school, and his name was Jackson. Jackson, I feel kind of bad for the kid, but we kind of had this little circle. Me, Jake, and Patrick, who I mentioned in the other video. I'll get to him more in depth in the 7th grade video. But it was me and Jake and Patrick, and sometimes this kid named Riley would come in there, and he was super cool. But this guy named Jackson, he always thought he was in our friend group. And I feel kind of bad because he really wasn't, and Jake and Patrick kind of hated on him. I kind of did too. He was kind of, I remember describing him as grubby and clammy, because he kind of was. I think he might have had some sort of like thing, because he was like pasty, like he was kind of wet all the time. Like it would have been like middle of the summer, or not middle of summer. That would be sweaty, I guess. Like just a normal dry day, and he like wouldn't have been near any water, and like it would be like, oh hey man, and like I could see like almost like a glisten on his arm. Anyway, so there was that he went to my robotics thing a while back. He went like twice, and he sounded exactly like he was in 5th grade, man. Not gonna lie, But yeah, so overall, 6th grade was a pretty good year. So yeah, it's been Digi, and thanks for listening to my rant. I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.